Hopefully this thing is recording now. I have no idea if it is or not. And I hope that you guys can hear me out there. Um, I came across a report today that I found kind of interesting. I'm not really prepared to do this, but I'm just going to kind of ad-lib as I go along here. But anyways, they came out with the state unemployment reports today, which I think are really significant because I'm out in Texas right now, and people out in Texas have no idea what kind of economy that we're in right now. It's almost like its own little world, and then you can look at different places like North Dakota, for example. They got a 4.2% rate. And a lot of this has to do with ranching and farming and all that kind of stuff. People who are self-employed in those kind of sectors. But I find it interesting that if you look at the highs and lows, all-time highs and lows, and I'll take Florida for example because I'm from Florida. Florida right now is at 11.9%. The January numbers that came out. That is an all-time high for Florida. All-time low is 3.3%. So they basically quadrupled as far as unemployment rate goes. Then you look at Texas, and Texas is their all-time low. Well, first, right now they're at 8.2%, which is not that bad. Their all-time low, in contrast, is 4.2%. So they've always had a higher unemployment rate as far as the low goes, the all-time low, than any of the other states, with the exception of Mississippi and California had 4.7 all-time low, and then Alaska 5.9. And so in Alaska probably saw the least change. They went up to 8.5%. But anyways, it's all about where you live. And Florida, I had to get out of Florida. It's a terrible place. There are no jobs out there. If you go online, you get a lot of companies that are just looking for people to peddle stuff for free. A lot of scams, that kind of thing. One of the worst hit places, of course, is Michigan, 14.3%. 3.3% was their all-time low, 16.8 being their all-time high, and that was in March of 2000. Or no, I'm sorry, December 1982. But anyways, I guess the point I'm trying to get at here is that they come out with these unemployment numbers, and we all know that they're anybody that knows anything about economics, you can look at the U1 through U6. The government uses the U3 unemployment rate, which says that you are unemployed for if you're actively seeking work. So they don't count people that have fallen off of unemployment, people that are working part-time jobs. I have a friend in Florida, as a matter of fact. One of the reasons that he called me the other day was he said that he had put in an application with U-Haul, and U-Haul said, he's looking for full-time work, obviously, and U-Haul said that they're offering 20 hours a week at $8.25 an hour, and here's a guy used to making 20 bucks an hour. So, he'd be better off staying on unemployment, and you don't have to accept part-time work as a rule for unemployment. But the unemployment rate's going to get, I don't know necessarily how much worse it's going to get, but I know it's not going to get any better. And the reason I say that is, well, first of all, I believe personally that it's going to get worse, but I don't think it's going to get any better because we have nothing to drive. We have no industry to drive the unemployment rate down. It was artificially driven down in 2002 by a real estate bubble that should have never even existed. And that was manufactured because the Republicans were going trying to get into to gain office or keep office. Where I don't even remember who had what the Congress had back then, who had the majority, but it was politically motivated. Everything's politically motivated. And then that lasted through 2007, and we saw how fake that really was. Unintended consequences of the internet. A lot of jobs are not ever coming back. The first one I want to talk about is not about the internet. It has nothing to do with the internet. It has to do with globalization, and that's basically manufacturing. We have no manufacturing base in the United States anymore. Not like we had back in the 50s or the 60s, back in the good old days. We don't have a war. We're already in 2 wars. World War II is really what got us out of the last depression, because it created the military-industrial complex that put everybody to war. Plus, you had so many men overseas fighting. There was a very low unemployment rate at that point. The jobs that aren't coming back, newspapers. You got people that deliver newspapers. You got people that print newspapers. You got managers and administrative and all that has to do with that. Newspapers are going away. One day we're going to look back and think how funny it is that we used to wait for this newspaper to come and get the news the next day. Now we just get on the internet and find it real time. Real quickly, I only have a couple more minutes. Other jobs that aren't coming back, postal jobs, because of email and the ability to pay your bills online. That's only going to increase as time goes on, and there'll be fewer and fewer postal worker positions open. I'm not saying postal service will go away. I have no idea what's going to happen with the postal service, but the jobs won't come back that we've lost, and they'll continue to lose jobs through attrition as well, and they've already stated that. A lot of different jobs like that the internet has. Blockbuster. There's a good example. You've got 2 or 3 or 4 Blockbusters in every big city in the United States. You can say goodbye to Blockbuster. They may start little kiosks where you can, like Redbox or Red Hat, or whatever that place is called, and they're starting to do that. But there's no reason to hold that kind of overhead on a business as far as employees and store space and all that, insurance for employees, so on and so on. When you can just do like Redbox does and just basically have it sitting there in front of McDonald's and you go and you pick it for $1. There's many more jobs that I can't really think of them right this second, but I'll be posting more as time goes on, because I'm getting really interested. I've always been interested in the economy, and I see some really bad things happening. And hopefully I'll try to post something once a day. Next time I'll be a lot more prepared. This time I'm just kind of getting on there rambling. But anyways, I hope some people watch this, and I accept any feedback, whether it's negative or positive. I think everything I've said can be backed up. It's not all fully my opinion. Some of it's my opinion, but a lot of it can be backed up through reliable sources. So anyways, good talking to you guys, and by the way, today is March 10th, 2010 rather, and I'm signing out for now. Have a good day.